Hi there, thank you for coming and welcome to my presentation. For those of you in cyberspace who don't know me, my name is Lucy and I work for Embassy Study Group Schools here in Fort Lauderdale, and I have been teaching English as a second language for 17 years. So welcome to you and to you. What I've chosen to talk about today is writing. And I want to discuss different ways that we can teach writing without actually doing any writing in class, which may sound a bit of a sort of a contradiction, but well, you know, see what you think, okay? And let me give out it's a PowerPoint presentation and I have some handouts for you. So you can make notes if you like. They're a little upside down topsy-turvy, but you know, such is life. And look for Eric, our cameraman. Thank you. What I thought that we would do is this. I'll go through the presentation, okay? And then once I finish, we can have questions. I think that would be easier than sort of, you know, doing a little bit and then questions and continuing. So what I've done is I have a little question sheet. So while you're listening, if a question comes up, just write it on this little yellow sheet. And then at the end, we'll go through your questions, just so you don't forget what you wanted to ask about or comment on. There you go. Okay, so, right. Let's see. Yeah, my disclaimers. I just want to make it clear that these ideas I'm sharing with you, they're my own ideas based on my years of experience, and there have been no studies to prove that you know, what I'm suggesting is better or worse than any other idea. I just want to make sure that that's clear. And I think the idea here is that, you know, you will listen and, you know, whatever you like, take away to the classrooms with you, and, you know, what you don't like, just leave it behind. Okay? There we go. So here we have a little picture of a young man, and there he is reading his paper. You know, sometimes in different schools I have worked at, of course not this one, I sometimes wonder if teachers enjoy having their students write in class because it means they can do what this guy up here is doing, you know, read a paper, sit back, catch up on the email. I mean, look, I could be totally wrong, but it just sort of, I was just been wondering about that. And that's why I sort of wanted to do this. And if you sort of break it down, you know, whichever school, you know, the student's at, I mean, they're paying probably you know, a decent amount of money for this class, and I broke it down, you know, roughly, okay? You've got $13 per 50-minute lesson, breaks down to 26 cents per minute, right? So for 20 minutes, and usually I was thinking maybe a teacher would ask their students to write for 20 minutes, perhaps, yeah? Well, and that's $5.20 for one student, times by 16, comes to 83 bucks. So basically, while I'm sitting in my classroom reading my paper and my students are writing away, that's 83 bucks they're handing me for reading my paper. So, I don't know, I have a problem with that personally, okay? Luci's suggestion, I wish I looked like her. Okay, so my suggestion is that students write at home, okay? They can have their 20 minutes at home in their bedrooms, you know? And the work that they do, they hand it in, and that it will be corrected by the teacher outside of class. And then during the class time, we can use the time in class to learn about, you know, how to write, different writing techniques. And also we can work with the corrections of the homework that they did previously. Okay? You know, so I guess this begs the question, you know, if my students aren't writing in class, you know, and it's a writing class, what on earth are they doing? So here are some ideas. I also have felt, you know, as a result of my experience, that oftentimes students learn a lot about, you know, the technicalities of what they're writing. No, this should be a preposition, this should be in the present progressive. But I often find that there is a hole in, you know, how do we actually write an essay? And when I say that, I mean the structure of a paragraph, the structure of an essay, okay? Another really important concept, which I think our students have a really hard time with, is the concept of distinguishing between the main idea and a supporting idea. I think that's quite hard for them. Connectors could be another area that you could explore during class. And then, of course, as I mentioned a few minutes ago, actually, you know, dealing together as a class with the correction of their work. And more is coming about that later. So here we go. As I just said, you know, I feel that the structure of an essay, the structure of a paragraph is often ignored, and that there is this focus, as I just said again, you know, on the minutiae of the sort of, you know, the language areas which are perhaps not right. Here we go. The hamburger. Yes, yes, yes. Here it is in all its glory. The hamburger. So it's a hamburger, clearly, but it's also something else. George, any idea what this could be?
It's a structure.
Okay, but structure of what?
Sandwich.
The structure of a sandwich?
Well, it's
Okay.
got layers.
It's got layers.
You have to have like a house. You have to have a foundation,
Order.
a bun. You
Exactly.
have to have all the different layers.
An organized sandwich.
Yeah, but what is it representing, Audra? Something else. Something less.
Oh, sorry, going the wrong way. A meal.
Okay, think outside of the bun. No pun intended, sorry. No, Melanie? Look at the slide behind me.
A paragraph.
It's a paragraph, yes. So I know that it does look suspiciously like a hamburger, but the reality is that this is, in fact, a paragraph. Okie dokes. And as Kimberly was saying, you know, it has layers, okay? So the first layer would be the top of the bun, right? So if we're thinking in terms of paragraphs, what would this be representing, do you think?
Topic
Introduction.
sentence.
Okay, go on.
Topic
The
sentence.
topic sentence, okay? The topic sentence, very good. And then you open it up and inside you have the tomato and the meat, some lettuce which we can't see. What would all that stuff be in the middle?
The body.
Body.
Okay?
The guts.
Support, right? It'll be the support. And then at the end, the last piece of bread would be,
Conclusion.
not conclusion, but
Well, concluding sentence.
a concluding sentence, exactly, okay? And there, my friends, is the paragraph. And I have to say, students love it when I bring out the hamburger. They enjoy that. Okie dokes. So that was the hamburger. Now we turn to the essay. Okay? The essay. So, you know, again, you know, the structure of an essay, you know, this is something that they need to know. It's so different in each country. As I was talking about with Kimberly a few weeks ago, you know, different people from different countries, their thinking is different, you know. Maybe their thinking could be more circular. The other person might have more linear thinking. And that's why when they come into an American environment and, you know, we're teaching them this structure, they're just baffled and often they, you know, they don't get it because it's just so different from what they're used to, okay? So, let's have a look here at the general structure and then we'll go into more detail. Any ideas what this first triangle could be?
Intro.
The introduction, yeah? These two guys?
Support.
Body, body, body. And this guy? The conclusion, exactly. Very nice, okay?